it's your time to shine with all things fabulous with First for Women on Afternoon Express. For insurance with a host of fabulous benefits, call 0861 11 18 44 or SMS FIRST to 49267.
Good afternoon, South Africa, and welcome to our loft. My name is GDD.
And I'm Bonnie Booley. It's Thursday, so it's all about fashion and beauty. We bring you presenter, actress, model, entrepreneur, Ms. Shashi Naidoo. And also we bring you the next installment of our Skip Fabulous Fashion series. This is the first time and the last time that I'll be shorter than you. I'll make sure of it, Donnie.
Trust me, I am enjoying being tall today. Today we also are going to explore what makes our style unique with fashion director Alexis Chaffe Mey. Also, we learn how to make these incredible DIY face masks that won't cost you an arm and leg. You can make them at home, and apparently they're quite delicious too. Remember, we love to hear from you, so be part of the conversation. We're on Twitter at Afternoon Chat, #Afternoon Express, and of course Facebook Afternoon Express, as well as Instagram. Let us know what you feel about the show, and chat to us throughout this next hour of solidly enjoying yourself. But for now, Danilo is in the kitchen, our little Italiano.
Buongiorno, signori. Very nice to see all of you guys in the studio today. And I hope you guys have had an awesome day so far. Joining me today on Afternoon Express, we do have Thula Sindi, the legend who's on everybody's lips at the moment, designer, entrepreneur, an absolute style icon in South Africa. So Thula, very good to have you on the show today.
Nice to be here.
Looking forward to hearing what he's got up his sleeve. I hear there's a brand new store in Rosebank you guys can all look forward to. Plus in the kitchen today, we've got Hannah who joins us again. Hannah, nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
I see we're cooking with fish today. What are we making?
Yes, today we're making soy and ginger salmon skewers with a delicious noodle salad on the side.
Sounds delicious. So if you guys want to make the recipe with us, go into afternoonexpress.co.za. Right now, though, Jeannie's standing by with Shashi Naidoo.
Thank you, Danilo. I always have felt that a man's place is in the kitchen. Now she's become one of South Africa's most notable fashion icons, with a career ranging from acting and presenting to owning her own modeling agency. She now has a successful fashion blog called Sashi's Closet. Joining me on the couch is FHM's Sexiest Woman 2011, Shashi Naidoo.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
What a pleasure. You are so gorgeous. I mean, how many people tell you on a daily basis?
My dad, every day. Other than that, not so much.
Now, what a lot of people don't know about you is you actually started off in the chiropractic medical field.
I did.
Did you finish? You studied chiropractic?
Yes, so I did the 5 years of studying. I did 2 years of comm service, and I'd already started while I was studying, realizing, I don't know if this is quite for me. And I don't regret. I think the biggest question people ask me is, do you regret it? And I really don't. So it was 7 years of my life, but I loved every minute of it, and you know, it kind of teaches you a different way of thinking and applying your mind. But I think the theoretical, doing it every day, I don't think I'd be able to do that.
Are you a doctor? So is it Dr. Shashi Naidoo? Now that is hot. Now chiropractic. I mean, how many times when you go on a date does the guy ask you to just kind of adjust something on his shoulder?
Well, everyone, when you say to them, oh, you know, I studied chiropractic, and then they were like, oh, you know, I have such a sore back. And I'm like, well, what would you say if I was a proctologist? Like, it's an inappropriate conversation. So, yes, I don't practice, so, no, I don't even adjust anyone. I haven't adjusted anyone since I left the clinic, which was, I think, like 10 years ago.
I like how she says that I haven't adjusted anybody.
Manipulated anyone. I can't actually say that.
Now, you've had quite a fantastic career. So you started off in chiropractic and then moved on to TV, then soapies. Where are you now in your life?
Now, I kind of like to think I'm more behind the scenes. I think people kind of, when they don't see you for a little bit, they say, oh, you know, what happened to her? She's disappeared. But I think, you know, when you've been in this industry this long, your career will evolve. You know, I don't think I'll never say I'm never going to be on TV again, or I'm never going to do a soapie again, or although I really do, I doubt I'll ever do a soapie. But you just never know. I, for a while, was very, very focused on the agency, Alushi. You know, when we started, we had 5 models, and it started on my dining room table. Now now we represent 400 models. So the demands of getting to that point are, you know, it gets a lot higher. So I really enjoyed that. But I like that about the industry. It changes every day, you know. So you start the blog and then you're very focused on that. So I hope every day is just something new. That's where I'm at.
So Alushi's amazing. I mean, you started that modelling agency, as you said now. And do you still model yourself?
I do the occasional job every now and then if they're looking for like a mommy thing.
Never.
Or a more mature look. No, and I still do every now and then, yes.
And now I follow you obviously on social media, and your Instagram is something to be desired. You travel so much.
I do travel a lot. I think, you know, as I've gone, it's always been like a hobby of mine or just something that I really enjoy. So I've made a commitment to myself that every year I'm going to go somewhere new. So whether it be for work, you know, I'll always find an excuse. I think I should have a meeting with this client in London, or, you know, you make an excuse and you travel, you get on a plane, and I just want to see new places, explore the world. That's what I want to do.
So important, and I hope that a lot of young, dynamic, independent women follow suit with that and actually take inspiration from that, because it really does build a lot of character.
And I think not just in the industry I'm in, I think, you know, because obviously in fashion and in that kind of world, you can kind of see trends where things are going. But I think in every aspect of life, you know, spiritually, mentally, you can learn from traveling with the way other cultures are, experiencing that. I think travel is a really important thing.
So then you've got a blog, Sashi's Closet, where basically, I mean, I sit there and turn green, because do you ever wear the same outfit twice?
And it's
every
all
single
my
day,
own
something
wardrobe.
brand new.
I try to mix it up a bit, and also you'll notice I don't just do like Louis Vuitton or Tom Ford. There's, you know, I mix it up with a bit of Mr. Price, a bit of Woolies in there. So, you know, it's every day what every woman can kind of wear.
So how did it start, and what can viewers and readers find on your blog?
So it's basically, you know, obviously Instagram, I got quite late onto Instagram, only maybe about a year ago, but I then started doing these daily posts and stuff I was wearing, because it's stuff that's fun for me, and I love fashion and, you know, have a bit of fun with it. So I started posting a daily look, and then everyone was like, wow, please can you do this, please can you do that, can you give us ideas? So I'm like, you know, I can do a blog from this. And then initially it was kind of just a pet project, but then I thought, and I've started realizing you can actually make a revenue from it. Blogging actually is a good revenue source. So, and you know me, full steam ahead on everything I do. So yeah, so I've started taking it a bit more seriously now, and it's fantastic. It's given me the opportunity to travel, buy more clothes, which is fantastic. Yeah, it's fun as well.
Hate that. Okay, so modelling is something that's incredible. I mean, you've done so many campaigns, but you've also done a lot of rap work, and this year you did Fashion Week.
Yes. I'm very short. I mean, people who see me, the first thing anyone ever says if they've just met me is like, wow, you're a lot shorter in person.
Oh, I get that as well.
It's annoying.
So were the high heels at Fashion Week really high?
I know where this is going, Jeannie. I so know where this is going. Yes, I fell. Let's not talk about it.
But you broke your heel. It was quite a serious
yeah,
fall.
I broke my heel, fell flat. I hope, yeah, you don't have any footage of it.
Well, let's have a look and see. Okay, so these are actually
These are
other
not me,
models.
Other models.
You didn't wipe that badly.
Well.
Oh, Sashi, you see, you are not. Oh, is that Lady Gaga?
Oh my God! But that fall just carried on. But
oh my goodness, those are ankle snappers.
Oh, shame.
Oh, that's
now
gonna bruise the knees.
mean, I know Tula's on the show today. I don't think he'd ever do that to one of his models. Put them in those heels.
No,
that's
but
just cruel.
Those were definitely ankle snappers. So your fall wasn't that bad, but you did break a heel.
I did break a heel. Thank goodness not an ankle, as I think she did.
Are you able to massage it yourself, though, to fix it?
Do a few chiropractic adjustments.
So just because that I mean, you broke your heel, your shoes are so beautiful, but we thought we'd give you a little gift. Just to say you've got to be a little bit more sensible with your shoe selection.
These better not
from
be
now
Crocs.
on.
What is
I think
more
you're going to
sensible?
love them. So now you've got something a little bit more comfy for the catwalk.
Let's have a look. And these are just going to make me...
Oh, they suit you. Actually, this is now awful. You see, this is the plight of being beautiful. When we found these, we thought no one in their right mind would ever wear these hideous stompers. And then have a look. So she puts them on and they actually look hot.
They're kind of like inland degenerate shoes.
Okay, they actually look really, really good on you.
Thanks, guys.
Sashi, great having you. We're going to see you a little bit later. You're not going anywhere. And you don't move, because after the break, Danilo is up to something fishy in the kitchen.
Express yourself.
welcome back to Afternoon Express. So it's time for us to get into the kitchen. I hope you've downloaded our recipe from www.afternoonexpress.co.za. And I'm very excited because Hannah is probably one of the coolest people to have in the kitchen of all time. So we've cooked with many chefs before in this kitchen and they all have their thing, but you're cool and a cool chef at the same time. So good to have
I'll
you.
take that.
So Hannah, I see we're making some salmon skewers today with an oriental, like Asian style dressing we're going to be putting on them. Is something I can do to help?
Yes, you can. You can help me make the marinade.
Yum.
I'm just going to give you all of these aromatics, all of our delicious flavors. So
Aromatics for a reason.
yes, well, so to start, we're going to start with our base, which is our liquid, which is a soy sauce.
Okay.
So
And how much of this are we putting in?
about 1/3 of a cup should be pretty good.
Good enough. Nice.
Yeah.
It's going to have the liquid base, obviously, for all these aromatics, stick it all together.
Yes.
Cool.
100%.
Fantastic. Then?
So now you can add the ginger. The ginger's there to give it a nice bit of a kick, a little bit of heat.
And ginger's obviously very good for your immune system, so...
Yeah, and also helps with digestion, so that's
into this.
great. And then the garlic, you can add 2 cloves of garlic. I like to use the already crushed garlic, just saves a lot of time if you come home from work.
Oh, absolutely. Nice and easy. Quick.
Yes.
Cool.
And then a little bit of brown sugar. You can also, about a tablespoon. You can also use honey if you prefer, but that just gives it a nice little caramelized.
And those who are health freaks and things, can you do without the sugar completely or not? Really?
You can if you want to, but it's quite nice. So the whole thing with Asian food is that it's like salty and sweet and like
Yes.
a little bit of sour balance.
I'm guessing
so-
the also Thai infusion is the little bit of Bernie. Which
Yes,
is our chili
definitely.
flakes. Okay.
You can omit the chili if you want to, but I am a chili
You seem
freak.
to put quite a lot in there, so
Yes,
I'm
well,
hoping our ladies have got
good
a
for your
palate.
metabolism. Yeah, so you can just give that a bit of a stir
whisk.
if you don't mind. Yes, that would be
Stir.
amazing. Just to incorporate everything together.
I'm going to put this all into the corner so I can make it nice and togetherness. And it's going to almost become a paste that we're going to put our...
Yes, exactly.
And if we make our paste too thick or too thin, just add some more soya?
You can definitely add some more soya, maybe even a little bit of water or lemon juice, sometimes some stock. But we're going to be grilling it, so you kind of want to give it a nice
Yes.
bit of texture on it.
And what is the reason for grilling as opposed to frying?
Well, I just find that it's like a lot more foolproof because I know a lot of people get a bit scared when it comes to salmon. This is lightly smoked salmon from Woolworths. So basically, it's going to go in the oven for 2 minutes on each side, so you can't really mess it up. And also, it doesn't have the problem with sticking to the pan.
I see. Okay, fantastic. So now all we need to do is just lay these inside and let them sit for a bit.
Yes, exactly. So you can, if you don't mind, help me put them in.
Not at all.
So
My hands are nice and clean, I promise. I did
Yes.
wash them.
Yeah, here's hoping. So I kept the skin on just so that they don't fall
Oh,
apart.
I see that
And
actually.
you don't be afraid. You can get in there.
Oh, she must just get in
coat
there and get
them.
messy.
Yeah, exactly.
What is the reason for leaving the skin on?
Well, basically, it keeps the fish from falling apart. And if you don't like the skin, then you can just peel it off afterwards. It's a lot better than hacking into the fish
see.
beforehand. Yeah,
Good one. You always lose some of that meat, which you don't really want to do.
exactly. You want to kind of keep as much of it as you can.
Those are winter foods. I like the fact that you've added chili in here because it is a nice warmth, warmer feel for itself. And can you maybe replace the salmon with something like tuna if you don't feel like the salmon fish?
You definitely can. It's a bit expensive, but also like king clip. But actually, that's on the orange list. So maybe
Yeah.
go more for something like hake, because you kind of want to have sustainable
Yeah,
fish and
absolutely.
source them responsibly.
Okay. So obviously we're just going to
Now
leave
roll
this like this. We'll go wash our hands, I suppose. And
Yes.
you're also going to be making an incredible noodle side. It's a noodle salad we're going to be making with the salmon, correct?
Yeah, it's basically like a salad, but with a bit more, like a substantial salad with the noodles, so it gives a bit of a bite. And
I cannot wait. These are going to go into the oven in the next few minutes or so. Let them rest for a little bit now. You guys can do the same thing. Right now, though, Bonnie's chatting on the couch a little bit more about fashion.
Thank you, Danilo. From Paris to Polokwane, your city inspires your style, and we love the way you wear it. Joining us for our regular Thursday Skip fashion segment is fashion director Alexis Chaffe Mey, here to chat about what makes our fabulous style unique to where we live. Hi, Alexis. Welcome back to the loft.
Good to be here.
Now, I've noticed that every city or country, like its cuisine or language, has its particular dress sense. How does location influence your style?
You know, where we live is actually very influential to how we dress.
Okay.
So climate, culture, the social scene as such of the area, they all influence what we put on in the morning, believe it or not. So areas that are very cold, for example, you know, they're going to encourage a more diverse style of layering, and there's a lot of like sophistication that goes into, you know, kind of layering up those pieces. There's also a lot more distinction between summer and winter. Whereas, in your warmer environments where you've got a moderate climate, there's no need for these layering pieces. So they tend to have a more simplistic wardrobe. Of course, it affects the fabrics that you choose to wear. Areas that are warmer, you show more skin. It encourages a more body-conscious kind of culture. So the women that are living in areas that are warm and close to the beach, they're definitely going to be hitting the gym more. Likewise, it's the same with, business.
That's so true.
Your cities that have booming businesses and big industries, lots of sources of wealth, the residents of those areas are actually going to acquire quite expensive tastes. And even the people in that area that may not have lots of money themselves, they may dress in a style that alludes to the fact that they have some money. Whereas your relaxed seaside towns, they have a very relaxed, very basic wardrobe, regardless of what their actual financial background is.
Right.
Because there's no need for them to dress up. And in terms of social standing, when you get these cities that are very buzzy socially, those residents, they need to have, various different styles, dressing up, dressing down, things to wear to clubs, to bars, to restaurants, to work. They definitely have a more complicated wardrobe, if you like. There's a lot more attention to detail, attention to brands, because the brands that you wear, they show off your social standing. And this we see in the cities that have a very buzzy social scene. And of course, your culture has a significant influence on how you dress. Your regions where you can't show skin, you have to cover up. That's definitely going to dictate what you wear. And also, your cultural background, how you were raised, you may see certain symbolism in various jewelry items or even in certain colors that you want to wear or that you stay away from based on this, notion of what colors mean to your culture.
That is so fascinating.
There's lots that goes into an outfit, believe it or not.
How have South African cities differentiated their style?
So, we're all part of one country. But if you're visiting Durban or Joburg, each major city does have a completely unique fashion experience in it. For example, Durban is your casual seaside town with a warm climate. So, women there, they're looking for, more basic wardrobe items, lighter fabrics, more easy-wearing styles, nothing that's going to be too hot and sticky in that, hot summer that they have. But then you've got that Indian influence, which really has created in Durban this love of color, embellishment, jewelry, vibrancy, exactly. So their wardrobe may be quite basic, but there's definitely this thriving color that's in there. And then by comparison, Cape Town has a far more dialed down, muted color palette in their wardrobe. They're more into buying those luxury basics. And I think Cape Town has a lot of international visitors. I think it's rubbed off a little bit, and there's definitely a sense of aspiring to international brands, an international sense of style that is a little bit more relaxed. If Cape Town is your kind of dialed down sense of style, then of course Joburg is the exact opposite.
Exactly.
Joburg is the city of bling. Residents, they want to look rich.
Flash.
Absolutely. And if you don't have it, fake it till you make it, baby. I also think that Johannesburg women and men definitely embrace local designers that use traditional print a lot more. They're definitely a lot more assertive in their African culture. And I think it's fascinating to see that, all these different cities, they also have different retail trends. So Durban, for example, they tend to prefer, your tried and trusted retail brands, whereas Cape Townians, they kind of go for your more international brands that have more, esteem to them, and they also prefer your more hipster kind of local brands, whereas, of course, Johannesburg residents have very diverse shopping habits. So they'll either spend a lot of money on an item, or they shop frequently for your trendy bargains.
Let me put you on the spot. What would you say my look is most representative of? Which city?
I would say today, with the navy blues and the denim, which is the simple white sneaker, I would say Cape Town chic today.
Right, I get you.
You definitely have a urban city vibe going on.
Right. Makes sense now. So next week, we'll be meeting some SA designers from all over the country who are collaborating with Skip to create a style that's unique for their cities and inspired by their cities. What are you expecting to see?
You know, I think these collections are going to be amazing. We've got Genevieve Lyons, who's designing for Cape Town. We've got Richard Nisi, award-winning Richard Nisi, designing for Johannesburg. And we've got Sabu Masimang from Durban. And they're all going to be designing collections inspired by and designed for their city. So they really are going to be designed in the spirit of their city, if you like. And to kick off the whole project, Skip kind of called on the help of some very influential bloggers from each city.
Right.
And each of these ladies then led an Insta walk through their city, where they could take all their followers through, you know, the amazing city views that you have, beautiful landmarks, and of course, all the street style that you see in the city. And then all those photos that were snapped away on the day, they went up to Instagram. And then these then created these virtual mood boards that the designers are now drawing from when they are when they're designing these collections, which are inspired for each city. So really, they're using that like virtual mood board, as we say, to create real collections for these real women that live in these cities.
Wow, such amazing creativity going on there.
Such an amazing idea.
Now, African fashion as a whole is exploding on the global scene. Now, what makes our style unique and distinctly African?
I think that African fashion has been a source of inspiration internationally for quite some time. But it's taken us quite a while to catch up in terms of building, you know, our own network and our own industry, so that now we can actually meet the demands of, you know, this global customer that wants an African product.
Right.
I think African fashion is incredibly unique. You know, we wear color so proudly, so boldly.
Yes.
And we're also
Loud.
And it's about wearing print regardless of the season and regardless of the trend. You know, it's about wearing those prints all year round and clashing them together and wearing them with bright colors. There's really nowhere else on the planet that has such confidence in combining, you know, your color and your print. And I think that, you know, print specifically, you know, we're seeing so many international designers that have been almost knocking off our traditional fabrics.
Right, yes.
And now you have the local designers who've been shying away from using traditional print that are now using it more and more and more.
That is so exciting. And I remember chatting to you earlier and we were speaking about how print fabrics or African fashion doesn't necessarily mean traditional.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's about making it modern.
Yes.
And this, I feel, is what's happening in South Africa. Is we, of course, at the bottom of the continent, we've got all these different cultural influences trickling down to the bottom. And we have an African sense of style, but we're also very South African. And it's a blend of culture that, depending whatever city we're living in, that gives it the little tweak. So basically, we're putting our stamp on African style. It's amazing.
Wow, this is so exciting. Thank you so much.
Great. Pleasure to be here. I'll talk fashion all day long.
I know, I can see this. Me too, though. Skip is passionate about sharing fabulous fashion with all of South Africa. So tune in and join us every Thursday on Afternoon Express. And speaking of designers, one designer whose name is on the lips of every South African woman is Thula Sindi. He's coming up after the break, so don't go away.
Express yourself. I'm New Skip. And I love what you're wearing. Use Skip Liquid for beautiful clothes. Express yourself.
A tale told in the clothes of languishing luxury, love, and a little lavishness, taking you into a magical fantasy and capturing your imagination. This is how the South African fashion industry describes our next guest. He styled some of South Africa's top celebrities, including Tsotsi's Terry Peto and our very own Bonnie Mbuli. Joining us on the couch is fashion designer Thula Sindi. Welcome.
Hi, Jeannie.
Thank you so much for coming through to our loft. You actually also made me the most magnificent dress for a Cosmo feature a good couple of years ago as well.
Oh, yes. That was a little pink number. Very, very hot, very, very short. Looked gorgeous on you.
I absolutely loved it. You know, when we were told that you were coming, one of our directors said, you know, I worked with Tula about 7 years ago on a top billing insert, and a whole lot of the other designers were getting all the attention, and you kind of said, you know, I'm always the bridesmaid, never the bride, because you were so new to the industry. Well, now, darling, you are the bride. You have done so well.
Well, yes, it's been a journey. You know, I've paid my dues. It's been fun, and I think I'm enjoying it a whole lot more now. You know, I've put in the work, and it's great. I can't complain.
What is the Thula Sindi signature?
Well, Jeannie, the Thula Sindi signature is really simplicity and modernity, and just a refined beauty that's effortless. You know, women are beautiful enough. The clothes are only there to support them.
One thing that I completely love about your designs, and you always keep on surprising me because there's always something different coming out of your collections, but you understand the female form. So you always do, like, just know where to nip and tuck in the right places. I mean, how much thought goes into that artistry of that design? And I mean, that's amazing.
Thanks, Jeannie. You know, for me, I'm not a woman, obviously, and of course, I listen a lot. I watch a lot. I love to read. I love to be observant. I pay attention to my customers, and I pay attention to their future needs, not just their present, but also their future needs. And it's just really from that angle of wanting to do the best for my clients, and wanting to create garments that are timeless. And the body itself is timeless. You know, we can play with silhouettes, but at the end of the day, we always return to the body.
I must actually congratulations on the launch of the new Thula Sindi signature store. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
A lifelong dream, no?
It has been, you know, and it has been a journey. I've been in the industry now for about the last 10 years. And I started off really as a wholesale entity, you know, having my clothes in other people's stores, which is great as well, because you really get to have your clothes stand on their own, and they have to compete next to other brands. So your quality has got to be up there, because you aren't there to represent your clothes. The clothes have to stand on themselves. And but now I've got a store and I can communicate directly with my customers. I can have a shop fitting that's reflective of my aesthetic, service that is reflective of how I want my customers to be treated. So it's really just a little chapel of beauty.
Well, let's have a quick look at a video clipping of your opening night.
Tonight has been absolutely superb, but just turning the corner, seeing the words Thula Sindi emblazoned above the shop was just a proud moment.
Tonight is such a special night. You know, I've worn Thula Sindi's creations for many, many years, and to see him having accomplished an opening of a standalone store is really just wonderful. I am supremely proud of him. He is such a gifted and yet humble son of the African soil. Tula is on the cutting edge of fashion.
So I've already ordered a couple of dresses that I'm coming to fetch over the next few days. I'm so excited for Thula Sindi. I think it's about time, you know, something like this happens, that our fashion gets put on the forefront, and the exceptional talent and intricate workmanship that goes into putting these pieces together. It's the time.
I thought the opening of Thula Sindi's store was such a special moment. Did you see the workmanship? Those clothes they look like they were made on the models. There wasn't even a corner or a line or a stitch or a thread. This was absolutely impeccable, beyond impeccable. I think, as the hip hoppers say, levels. This is about levels, and Tula has demonstrated that tonight.
Tula started from the bottom and now you are here. That is definitely your signature, is just workmanship. All of those girls that were saying that were exactly right. Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
So you've brought us some fantastic garments to show us exactly what was shown on the opening launch of Thula Sindi signature store. Oh, that is amazing.
Yes, the first look we've got is a Baroque print two-piece. It's a cropped top and a flared skirt. You know, Jeannie, there's times you just need something that's bright, that's colorful, that just speaks of the coming spring. You know, I know we're in the cold months, but one just needs that beautiful little garment that just speaks to that coming spring. And this is a woven knit, so it's extremely comfortable, and it's just sexy and pretty and easy to wear. And you can wear it separately. You can wear it as with jeans, you can wear it with a simple tank top, or you can be bold and wear it together.
Yeah, I love that. That is so me. I'm such a fan of the crops.
The second look we've got is all gold. You know, there are times when you just want to be in something that calls for attention. So this is a twist top done in a knit as well, and a pleated lame skirt. It's beautiful. It's at the same time kind of understated. It has a 50s flair to it, but also it's lightweight, easy to pack, easy to travel with. And that's what clothing really is about. It's about that ease of modernity. And the third look that we've got is my signature dress, my twist dress. We've done it this season in a denim with a lace trim. So it's not just denim being slovenly or denim being casual, but denim can be formal and pretty and beautiful.
Well, that is so sophisticated.
Exactly, and it's trimmed with lace. and beaded as well. So imagine denim being beaded and trimmed with lace. But this is a dress that can take you from day to evening. Also, it's timeless and flattering, and it's easy on the shape, and also it's hand washable.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes.
You know, everything nowadays you've got to take to the dry cleaners, which means you
Indeed.
wear it once and then forget to take it back
Indeed.
after a while. And then we have our showstopper. Ah, isn't that absolutely gorgeous?
Thank you. I do feel like a princess.
We've got Shashi looking absolutely gorgeous in blue and black, which is such a strange combination, but it's absolutely beautiful, especially for evening as well, because it's unexpected, it's fresh, it complements most skin tones, and it's very, very playful. And we've got the volume in the skirt without layers of tulle. There's actually nylon underneath.
Yeah.
So it creates all that volume without having any extra weight or any extra fluff underneath.
Absolutely magnificent. Sasha, you look incredible. I'm just a little bit bleak that you didn't wear our new shoes.
I was thinking about it, but I don't know if Tula would approve.
That is absolutely magnificent. It's so feminine and so fun.
Oh yes, and also very, very easy at the same time. You know, this dress, you pull it on like a t-shirt, you know, but the effect is sophisticated, it is beautiful, it is very, very striking, but at the same time, her beauty shines through.
You are so brilliantly talented. Do you have any ideas to go international?
Globally, I retail in stores in Shanghai, in Angola, in Nigeria, in the US, but once now I've opened my flagship store and I can just see it popping up everywhere. So just watch the space.
Excellent. So for the time being, your store is in Rosebank.
Yes, the zone Rosebank,
Okay.
and it's just Thula Sindi.
It is all Thula Sindi. Thank you so much. After the break, we show you some easy winter face masks that you can do at home. We'll be right back after the break.
Express yourself. Express yourself.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express here on SABC3. The secret ingredients to radiant skin are right there lurking in your kitchen. And to show us 3 simple and scrumptious DIY face masks is lifestyle editor from Good Housekeeping, Vicki Sleet. Welcome, Vicki.
Thanks, Bonnie. Hi, Dina. Nice to see you. Good housekeeping really is about saving you time, money, and hassle. So what better way to really look after our skin in winter when it's not feeling so great is to look in the pantry or the fridge. So I've got 3 masks here today. The first one is an avo and honey mask. Avo, as we know, and thanks to Tim Noakes, really is a really good, it really is everything. And it's really good for your skin too. It's full of saturated fats. It's crammed with vitamin E. So you can imagine what it'll do to dry and dehydrated skin. Honey is an ingredient that's been used for centuries. It's full of antibacterial properties. It's got antimicrobial properties. So if you've got a few blemishes or maybe a pimple or two, it really, really is very good, and it's a great cleanser. And then our secret ingredient in this mask is coconut oil. And I don't know about you if you've seen it on the net, but everybody is raving about coconut oil. People are eating it, people are putting it in their hair, they're putting it on their skin. Some people use it as sunscreen. It's a huge collagen booster, and it is also full of saturated fats. So you
This
can
one
imagine
seems very
all together.
hydrating.
Very hydrating.
Yeah.
So at this time of year, when we're stuck in aircon, we're going in and out of cold air, our skin's not feeling great, we really need that hydration. It's really going to do wonders for your skin.
Vicki, it actually seems so much more sense to use natural products than all these chemical-based products for your
absolutely.
skin.
And as with when you're cooking, buy the best that you can afford. So I actually, these products I bought at the organic store. You know, I got raw honey. I bought an organic avocado. It was R5. It's still so much more affordable than something that you got to buy over the counter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what do you do? Just mush it all in?
So this is a teaspoon each. It's really good. A little goes a long way. So it's a teaspoon of the coconut.
And do you have to use it all at once, or can you keep it?
I would use it
immediately. And
something like this is going to oxidize quite quickly, especially your avo. And then you're going to mix it together well. Make sure that you get everything well mixed.
Okay.
And then you're going to slather it onto your skin.
Tilt it.
There we go. And you can see all that coconut oil, how that's your skin. If your skin's dry, it's just going to suck it all out.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Smells amazing.
Okay, now what is the next mask?
Okay, so the next mask is cucumber based. You can see here that I have blended the cucumber. I peeled it first, chopped it, and then popped it into a blender. You can see already that there's loads of water there, so I'm sure you can guess where we're going to with the cucumber. Cucumber naturally has loads of water, so it's great for dehydrated skin. But what we're doing here
It's also soothing for skin that's
so it's when
reacting, right?
skin, at this time of year, when you're going in and out of those different environments, your skin can get really dehydrated, but exactly what you said, Bonnie, it can get so oversensitive.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we're going to add some honey, a teaspoon of honey, and that again is for the skin that's had a bit of a reaction or maybe a bit of a breakout. But here, our secret ingredient here is a tablespoon of oats. I actually got the quick cooked oats because you can see they're actually much finer than the normal oats.
Yes.
And the thing about oats is that they're not only good for you when you eat them, they're great for your skin. They're full of, they've got 18 amino acids in them, and amino acids are the essential building blocks for healthy skin cells.
I actually thought the purpose of putting oats in masks was actually as an exfoliant.
And that's exactly where I was going to with the next thing. So it really is. So it's soothing. It's hydrating, but you're also exfoliating
At the same
and
time.
as you can see, there's quite a lot of liquid in there, so it's not that easy to apply with something like a stick there. So this is when your makeup brush that it's passed the sell by is a great thing to use.
Great.
But this
Well,
is
there
a
you go.
really
That one's
great
ready now.
mask to leave on for as long as you want. And the other thing about cucumber, it's a natural toner. So it really brightens and tightens your skin really beautifully. And if you've got bags under the eyes after all those late nights of partying and filming,
Yes, Jeannie.
Tomorrow, Bonnie and I are going to be walking in here like, ta-da! Okay, now what is this one?
Okay, so this one is the banana and yogurt mask. Bananas are nature's Botox. They really are brilliant.
Wow. That's why I looked at you immediately.
That's my dream.
Yeah, so bananas are full of so many vitamins. They really are brilliant for you. We're going to add some citric acid in the form of an orange. So all you need is a teaspoon. And actually, when you go for a mask or a peel at your local beautician, it's mostly they're using fruit acids.
Yeah,
which
because it's
come
quite
from
acidic,
the
right?
Exactly.
Right.
So you can also use lemon for this. And what the citric acids do is they dissolve all the debris on your skin, and they really just reveal all these beautiful
rid of
new
all
cells.
that
What is that?
Okay,
Build
this
up.
is double cream yogurt. Good enough to eat.
Delish.
So good for you on the inside, so good for you on the outside. I mean, we know that Cleopatra bathed in
Of course.
milk, and that was because of the lactic acid. And what lactic acid does, it soothes skin, but it also dissolves skin, so which is why she was so known for her beautiful smooth skin, because it dissolves all the dead skin and
So-
reveals.
Yeah. I always do the fruit acid peel, and this is like non-invasive Botox.
And it's as cheap as chips.
I'm keeping this one if you don't mind.
And obviously you'd apply these masks on a freshly clean face.
Freshly clean face. You can also use brown sugar beforehand as an exfoliant. Which
Okay.
is, that's also something that's been used for centuries as a really good exfoliant. But yeah, on your skin should be patted dry. Apply it, leave all of these for 15 to 20 minutes.
15 to 20
And then just wash off with warm water.
Well, we've got some models actually that we can see it in action.
Take the easier to apply ones.
Oh, but look at this pretty face. You don't look like you need any help. Okay,
Neither of
let's
them
test
do.
it. Okay.
Okay, so Jeannie, what have you got there? You've got the...
I've got the lactic acid, citrus fruit acid one. The magic in a bowl. That's what I've got.
That's the nature's Botox.
Okay, nature's Botox. Oh, you're going to love me after this. And because it smells so good, maybe I'll lick it off your face afterwards.
Okay, there we go. Do you want to swap? Okay.
Am I doing this correctly?
Bonnie, you've got the avo and the honey.
honey, and
Okay, so this is the
coconut.
coconut oil. So this is massively hydrating.
Shame, I'm so sorry. But she's going to go home today saying, Mom, you've got to watch me on TV. Jeannie smeared banana all over my face. Okay, well, there you go. You look good enough to eat, darling. Vicki, thank you so much for coming in and showing us all of these magic little kitchen beauty tips. I'm definitely going to be doing this one. Botox in a banana a little bit later. But now, if you thought this was tasty, Danilo is cooking up something even yummier in the kitchen.
Yes, that's right. It smells delicious in the kitchen right here. But Hannah, I promise you I'm not going to lick your face like the other girls are doing. We'll keep that to the salmon
Well,
itself.
that's a relief.
So we've got our salmon skewers here ready to go. They've been marinating for a while now, so they are looking incredible. We need to make a bit of a side, though. You're making us a Thai salad, right?
Yes, but before we get on to that, we want to get these into the oven to grill. We're going to just sprinkle them with some toasted sesame seeds.
These
just for a
seem
little
to
bit
be
more
like
flavor.
the trending thing in the kitchen at the moment, sesame seeds. They're going on every dish.
Yeah, well, they add an incredible like nutty
Yeah.
flavor, and also the oils are amazing that are in them. But so if you don't mind to get that under the grill,
Michelle, how much should I put it in for? How long?
I think 2 minutes on each side should be
Okay.
good. Yeah.
Remind me to
perfect.
turn them over, because that's the one thing I tend to forget to do.
Yes, well, I'll be here to remind you. Although I'm sure we can smell them.
You'll smell it burning, is I think is the thing that you'll be smelling. If I'm in control of the kitchen with an oven, that's what you're going to smell.
Well, that's why I'm here for you, so that's okay. So now we're going to get on to the noodle cider that you spoke about earlier. So I don't like to waste anything, and all of these beautiful flavors are left in the
Yes.
bowl. So if you don't mind to add this to a nice medium hot pan, this will
So
just...
a little secret that I have about soy sauce is that I actually, after I have sushi, drink the rest of the soy sauce in the bowl. Is that weird?
That's very unhealthy.
I don't want to get myself into trouble. I
And
have too much
slightly
sodium
weird.
in my
There are a lot
in
of
my
other
system.
things that you can drink after
Yeah.
sushi.
I'm sure. Champagne, one of them.
Yeah, you want to get all of the goodness out of there. Just
Yeah.
make sure that we capture all the flavors. So yeah, so we're going to leave that in the pan for a little bit just to heat through and activate all those flavors.
Yum.
And then here I've
it
got
smells
some
good.
rice noodles. I love these.
Yeah.
This is just made out of rice flour. So these are great because you just pour hot water or boiling water over them for 2 minutes. So it's perfect for me when I get home because I do not have
the time.
the inclination to spend ages over the stove after I've been doing it for most of the day. This is 200 grams. I just use my hands at this stage.
That is not 200 grams of noodles.
It is, they expand, which is
Wow.
great. So it actually bulks up your salad. You can just stir it through nicely there.
Get
Yeah.
all those flavors in the noodles. I've never actually seen somebody put their noodles in the sauce itself, in the pan, cook it together. It's like the Italian way of putting your pasta
Yeah,
in
so
the sauce
you would
and then-
know all about that, but it
Well-
basically is. It's about like soaking up all the goodness in the bottom
Oh.
of the pan and just really making the most out of the ingredients that you
Yummy.
have.
Yummy, yummy, yummy. And once we've done this, what do we have to add?
So I've blanched some sugar snap peas. You don't really need to. I try to eat a lot of raw food,
Yes.
especially in winter because it can get a bit stodgy and you kind of want to. This is a great dish because it makes you feel full. But you're also haven't got that like I need to go to
Bloated
sleep
feel.
feeling
Yes.
just before bed. And here is baby spinach. I'm addicted to baby spinach. I have
Yum.
it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So now we can take that off the heat.
Oh, I see.
On that note, you can probably go and turn the salmon skewers.
Okay,
if
that
you
I can
like.
do. They've been in there for about 2 minutes now or so.
Yes.
So to take them out first.
Yes. At this stage, they would have caramelized beautifully, as you
I
can
can
see.
smell it.
I don't know where you want to put them. Or where.
This is quite elusive. So I see the skin is obviously coming off a lot nicer now that once it's cooked. You
Yeah,
said
if
this
they need a bit of help, you can just get
a
underneath there.
spoon or something.
At this stage, they're mostly cooked, so if you prefer them not cooked all the way through, then you can actually just leave them to rest, but you can also pop them back in the oven.
Okay, so back in the oven another 2 minutes.
Yes, at the most, maybe even a minute.
Oh, fantastic. And how are we going to plate this one?
So this is the easiest part. It's really easy to make it look beautiful as well. So you just add a bit of spinach to the bottom of your plate. You can add a handful of the sugar snap peas if you want to.
These are my favorite. In any kind of salad, to put some sugar snap peas in is
Yeah,
one of
I
my
feel-
favorite things.
Now at this point we can probably easier to take the plate to the actual pan.
Yes, and knowing us two, we'll probably make a mess in this kitchen.
Yes, well
so-
that's what it's all about, hey?
Okay, on straight on top.
Oh, there you go, yeah, straight on top. Beautiful.
Oh, it looks so good. I love the
Stunning.
colors of this one
Yes.
too. Okay.
I always like to add a little bit of like fragrant herbs and that kind of thing. So mint is amazing in
Yeah.
Asian cooking. I can definitely
Popular
smell
box.
those. So I'll actually take over your job here because clearly
I'm not doing a
clearly
great
you're
job.
not that
Thanks,
interested in the
fine.
herbs.
Let me get these out.
So yeah, so they'll be beautiful and hot
that
and
looks
ready.
great. They're nice and brown on the outside. So they're going to have a nice crisp to the skin. If you don't like the skin, you can always just take them off, right?
Yeah. They won't be so crispy, but it's still got all those beautiful oils and stuff in the skin.
Plate 1 or 2 of them.
Yes, you can just turn them
Face that way,
Yeah,
is that okay?
fantastic. And maybe even show some of the sesame
Can
side.
I show that side? So 2 for that person.
2 for that person.
Are they lucky?
Yes, well, I'd like 3, but that's just me. Depends what if you want to have leftovers for lunch because they're fabulous cold as well. But yeah, so this is basically it.
1 plate. It looks incredible. Delicious. I absolutely love this food. We're going to plate the rest while you take a short ad break. When we come back, we're having a look at those all-important winter looks.
Express yourself.
South Africa, are you with us?
Express yourself.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Now, we've seen some amazing fashion from Tula and shown you some easy winter masks, but now we're going to focus on winter style. And joining us again on the couch is Alexis, who has some handy tips for us.
Alexis, I'm so glad we're having this conversation because my friend Jeannie needs help. She's in denial that it's winter. I mean, this is a knit, so this is the closest she's gotten to actually wearing anything that's winter appropriate.
Yeah.
What is an essential this winter?
I think an essential item for winter is just a beautiful tailored coat. And I'm not meaning frumpy, oversized. I'm talking just something that's beautiful and classic, like a trench coat. At the right length maybe for your leg, but a piece like that, if you invest in something and look after it, it really is. It's going to last you season to season, especially if it's like in a neutral color.
I have one of those. I have
one of
You
those
see,
as
I'm ready
well.
for winter. Yeah. And I usually wear a short dress underneath the coat.
Okay, so there's a little
crop top.
genie touch on it.
Okay, but now, I mean, is it so important to have a full winter wardrobe all the time, like you would have a summer wardrobe, or can't you just buy good staples and then just look after them a little bit better?
Well, I think definitely. I think for winter basics especially, they do cost a little bit more. So you should definitely, look after them and buy cleverly. A lot of stores actually have mid-season sales, which is a brilliant way of updating your winter wardrobe, not for full price. And when you buy on those sales, as much as that beautiful glittery midnight blue sweater catches your eye, do try buy the classics, because then you know that you can wear them for the end of winter. They're not going to go out of fashion. You're going to get some wear out of them.
And I know that Shashi actually also has the same opinion as I do about winter. Is still wear a little bit. I actually saw that you posted in Sashi's closet that the number 1 item to have in winter is over-the-knee boots.
Yes, I'm loving those right now.
Yeah, we love
We
those.
actually each have a pair.
We each have a pair on the show.
To wear them together.
No.
We're gonna. We thought we would, because rumor has it we're all borrowing the same pair. But what's your staple this winter? What can you not live without?
There are a few classic things. I would basically say a trench, a great black coat, maybe a duffel coat, over-the-knee boots. Yeah, those are my staples.
And colours, Tula? What colours are you doing this winter?
Well, for me, I love green. I don't know if you can tell.
I know green.
Subtle hint.
And also, I love thermals, guys. I love layering from the bottom.
From the bottom.
Long johns. I mean, do people still do that? Do guys still wear long johns?
You know what? If you want to wear your clothes that are like mid-seasonal, to just have thermals underneath goes a long way.
It does.
Yeah.
Than trying to layer outerwear.
Yes.
And because with outerwear, you'd rather actually go expensive, buy a beautiful coat versus having 10 jackets that are mediocre and look terrible. So invest in thermals, get a beautiful coat that you can really take care of, and you sort it for our winter.
Yeah.
Yes.
Alexa, I also noticed the coats, the colours are getting more and more outrageous. Well, not outrageous, but very daring.
Your statement coat.
Yes.
So I think the season, for every tried and tested neutral trench, there is a statement coat, whether it be in a really shaggy faux fur, or a really chunky knit, or I mean, some radical animal prints as well.
Coming in pink and in baby blues.
Yes. No, I mean, they're stunning. And look, if you can afford to have so much fun in your wardrobe, then definitely go for it.
Yes.
Get the staples first.
But get the staples first, and that's smart shopping.
Is for a statement bank balance.
Ah!
That's also true. Do you know what I usually keep myself warm with in winter?
What?
A healthy blubber. And speaking of that, should we head to the kitchen? Because Danilo has actually made us quite a fantastic dinner. Danilo, how's our dinner looking? Are you ready to serve?
Absolutely, and it looks incredible. This is the perfect winter salad. So if you don't want those really cold greens in your bowl, just make it like this, and it smells, tastes, looks incredible. So they seem very, very hungry. Should we take it over to them?
100%.
Cool. Ladies, dinner is served, and I think we nailed it. I was very nervous about my oven skills, but I think we maybe pulled it off together.
Oven skills. You mean the part where you open
Yes.
and you put the food in and
No,
you close? Okay.
apparently the hardest part, but with these little things over here, they actually are quite a mission to get through. So did I do okay?
You did good.
I think that little trip to
I would
Italy
have
you
to
went
do
on
like
did you good.
I know, but this is the Thai influence. I haven't had a chance to do that too. Who likes coriander? Does anyone not
I
like
love
coriander?
coriander.
Oh, okay, well then there you go. You guys will love this side. So that's one dish I'm going to put over
You
here.
gave everyone this one dish, all of the
Yeah,
food.
just nibble. All the carbs. So yeah, you and I can have the carbs. Okay, it's fine. We're guys.
Nothing
we can
left, really.
Please dig in. We want to know what it tastes like. We don't know how it is.
Yes, there you go.
I'll give you a little bit on the side so you guys can choose to have a nibble of it because the noodles are so good and they are really healthy noodles.
Yes.
Tell them, please.
They are, well, as far as gluten-free
Give you a little
goes.
bit of veggie. That's fine. I'll do one more.
Is it yummy?
And?
So good.
How is it?
I'm impressed.
Tasty? You see, you were the guinea pigs because I'm not so sure about their cooking.
Okay, here's a green version if anyone wants a
I'll
green
have the
one.
green version.
All yours.
Absolutely yummy.
Glad you like
Hey,
it.
hey.
My place anytime.
Bel ragazzo, it's fantastic.
It's really, I love Thai
Thank you
food. If
so
I could do
much
it any
for
other
joining
time.
us in the loft today.
Thanks for having us.
Awesome.
It's a pleasure.
Come here, talk about fashion, and eat food. What a contrast, right? It's like, what?
Thank you so much all for joining us, and thank you for joining us. We will do it again tomorrow. Until then, tomorrow, 4 p.m., only on SABC3. Good night and happy eating.
Happy eating.
Ciao.
Tomorrow on Afternoon Express, with Father's Day around the corner, we end off the week with a tribute to fathers everywhere. Chat about the pressure of following in your father's footsteps, and Art Matthews of Just Ginger treats us to a live acoustic performance.
Another feel-good production.
Join us next time for more fabulous fun inspired by First for Women on Afternoon Express. For an insurance quote, call 0861 11 18 44 or SMS FIRST to 49267.